Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. I haven't seen too much news about this, so we're gonna delve into it. And this is unfortunately some bad news. Or initially bad. Not enough research has been done on it, which is part of the problem. So the news is that the South African variant of the coronavirus may evade protection from the Pfizer vaccine, according to a fairly limited Israeli study. So this brings me to the topic of today's video about how we've bungled this and why the coronavirus pandemic is going to go on for years. The reason, in part because we didn't shut down, most nations didn't shut down properly early on, and now they have several variants going all around, is that these variants are going to change, which allows for more mutations, which means that certain vaccines may become more or less efficient, especially based on regional availability and distribution. This means that because these rich companies have decided not to share freely, they're still holding on to their licensing fees. They are now ensuring that more variants in the future pop up in the global south and in poorer countries around the world. This then means, by extension, good news for them because, oh, look, now we're the ones sourcing the vaccine. We have all the contracts. This is just going to be a money-making scheme for us, and they're going to make billions of dollars off of trying to craft permanently new vaccines for all the different variants that they helped indirectly cause by not letting their licensing fees go for the sake of a global pandemic and global health, and let these other nations begin distributing their own cheaper, locally sourced and produced vaccines so that we can get the spread and the variants under control. They're deliberately not doing this, and this is going to come back and bite us in the butt years from now, but they're going to be fine because they're going to be reaping billions in profits. This is also a problem because people who are tired of lockdowns, this means that there's eventually going to come a breaking point, right? There's going to come a breaking point where people, good meaning or not, are going to finally have enough of pandemic and various restrictions, and people are just going to give up. And plenty more people are going to die when they didn't have to. And on the other side of this, we're going to see plenty of people, unfortunately, have to continue to try and live with the pandemic when they're already so stressed and annoyed with this year-long gong show. They're going to just keep going and trying to, I just need to get through the week. I just need to get through the week, or I just need to get through the month. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And I talked about this in my video about the threat of losing hope and why it's actually a bad thing. And you need to find reasons to keep this kind of fire within you going, right? But there's a lot of people where they're already running on empty and they haven't found that necessary drive that's going to fuel them forever. And this change of the pandemic, they're hoping for an end to it. But it's not coming anytime soon, even with vaccinations. Because we bungled this early on, we have the variants to worry about, which means there's still going to be mask mandates for a long time. It's going to take a long time for people to get any kind of vaccine, especially around the world. And then people are going to want to travel because, oh, look, I'm safe. I have the vaccine. So they're going to travel and they're going to go to their favorite tourist destinations and they're going to introduce the variants there, or they're going to bring the variants back because at the end of the day, what the vaccine does is it inoculates you against the worst effects of the virus. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not still carrying it around. That's why a lot of these safety measures are in place and why they're effective. And so we're going to continue to see spread and health warnings, and it's going to become like the new flu vaccine of, oh, we got to kind of roll the dice on which variants are going to be more popular this year, which are going to be more effective, which vaccine is going to work most. It's the roll of the dice. We're gambling with literal global health now for years, all because we refused to let people lose profits and change our ways for a moment, a cosmic moment in time. We refused to do so because money was more important and protecting copyright was more important than the health of the entire planet, the sum totality of humanity. was weighed against an artificial construct of money, and humanity lost. And that's what's bothering me today.